Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Today we're on our ship again, of course, since last week was the little update thingy video. And well, today we have some more time to work on our ship, and I think today we're gonna try and finish, or not finish, but implement this room down here. And this will be a bit more work because we'll have to kind of design how this bottom part is gonna look like exactly, since this is not 100% clear. But I think we'll figure it out as we go along. But yeah, that is our goal for today. I think I will try to do this first before I go with like interior design and whatnot. But yeah, so you know, I've been playing around a little bit with the new stuff, the new blocks, the new well, all the new toys really, and it's been fun, definitely. And the thing is, I've been thinking about what could be the next, essentially the next updates, because this is. They stated this is part 1. So obviously there must be more, right? And I've been kind of thinking, what could they put in on the next few? Also, I just realized I might run into a little problem here. Might have to do this a bit differently. Let me just get rid of these two. But yeah, so the part 1, field engineer, right? So what could the next part be? And I think, or at least I would hope that it's not only 2 parts, right? I would hope there's at least 3 parts to this update. Now I've been thinking, what could be part 2 and part 3? Well, of course, assuming that it is 3 parts. But I think they could space that out quite well into, well, part 1, personal weapons of the engineer. That's pretty solid, just as they have done. I think that is quite cool. Then part 2, in my opinion, could be something like basically small ship weapons. Not sure how you would call that. Combat engineer, maybe? I don't know. If they will go with the engineer shtick, or if they will call it something other. Small arms. Well, it wouldn't be small arms, wouldn't it? But yeah, you know, kind of like maybe small laser guns. Well, I don't know if they would actually implement laser guns, because they have always stated it is not like high sci-fi. It is near future possible sci-fi. Well, if it's possible. I'm not sure sci-fi is the right word for it, but you know what I mean. And I don't know if laser guns really fit that, although technically we do have laser weaponry. It's not the same as if most people would imagine it to be. Not as flashy and cool, but, you know, we technically have things that you could call laser weapons, I suppose. But yeah. But yeah, you know, some maybe different caliber cannons and rocket launchers and whatnot for small ships. And then part 3 could be like capital ship weapons, like really large things like rail guns and all the likes, you know? Call that then war engineer, I don't know. But yeah, that could be a nice little split, right? Even though technically it's a bit awkward, because there's probably some small ship weapons that you would say, why can we not have these in large blocks, and then they would have to split these things into 2 updates, so maybe that's not so smart. Or they could split it in like turrets, guns and turrets, and then the last part would be like explosives. Like, you know, the thing is that there is a mod, for example, which lets you basically build guided rockets. Because they basically fit like control blocks and battery blocks and etc. in a rocket-like shape. And then you build them together, you can control it and just smash into things and explode. Maybe they could implement something like that. I don't know. I would really hope for a lot more weapons. But I don't know how far they're willing to go. But yeah, technically you could say part 1 was the optimization of hand-to-hand or personal combat, and the next one could be like ship combat, right? So maybe if there's only 2 parts in it, at least I would expect that to happen, you know? I don't know what exactly they could add. I mean, we have like Gatling guns. Something cool would be some longer ranged guns, like artillery. I mean, the coolest thing would be like artillery and rockets and stuff being affected by gravity, so you can actually fire in an arc. And, you know, maybe use gravity generators as like deflecting forces for rockets and stuff. But I think that's too much. That is probably over the top when it comes to what Space Engineers and the engine is able to do. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels to me like quite a lot to ask. But yeah, what else could they optimize? I mean, they could also optimize like armor. This is the thing that I've been going over a few times already, like different armor sets, you know, using this side of the freaking grid, because this is, you know, this is my character inventory, and this is technically empty. There's so much more you could put here. You could put like a little silhouette of a Space Engineers with a helmet slot, a suit slot, and then you could, I mean, if you want to really go like hardcore with that idea that, you know, you can equip and de-equip spacesuits, you could technically go so far as to basically make it so that if you start the game on a planet, obviously the planet would be the only one that had this, because otherwise you would just die. You would spawn without a suit, you know, and basically you had to make a space-worthy suit. But there's also other suits that you could have, you know, for hauling cargo, combat suits with more armor, stuff like that. That could be a part of the update as well, you know, like, so the one was field engineer, and then maybe next one would be armorer or something. That could be kind of cool, right? But I don't know. I don't know how far they're willing to go with this idea. You know, that's a little bit of the problem. Also from a technical standpoint, of course, I have not quite an idea how much possibility there is from a technical standpoint. Because obviously there are limitations to what they can do. But yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of cool, because that would also open the door for a lot more modding. Because I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anything like that before. Like a mod that adds like armor pieces. So I think we need to add one more.
Energy low.
Well, see, now here we have to kind of see, because I have rounded this off on this side. I'm not sure this is actually how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna basically start putting on the basics here. How it, from the front, how it's supposed to look. So from the front, gonna have it this wide in theory. There we go. So now the question is, from here, how do we get to up there? I'll probably also have to kind of start at least putting in the backside here, so I can conceptualize that as well. Yeah, let's get a few more steel plates and also some more energy, and then let's think about this in a smart way, because it has to look kind of sleek, you know? That's an important part at the bottom there. That's really gonna make the thing down there. It's gonna define the look, I think. Also, I'm kind of thinking about maybe putting a connector with a piston attached, or a connector attached to a piston down there. Basically, where in the real wife remote, the plug for the connector would be. You know, put one of those there. Kind of cool. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so, and then on the back side we just have the same thing, but one block back. So let's do it here. So we'll have the same thing, just like here. And of course, delete that. There we go. So this is basically the last part before I kind of try to do this rounding off thing. Now, again, I'll have to see if that is even a possibility or if it's even gonna look good enough to do, but we'll see. Right. So how are we gonna do this? Because technically this here continues up to down here. Now I wonder if I should just, you know what, let's just remove all this down here for now. Because it's, right now it's confusing me. Okay. So if we just use the blocks just as we intended here, right? And this is gonna give us some sort of connection, like let's see. Oh, the space anchor is connected here. Okay, I have to be careful so I don't accidentally disconnect the space anchor here. Let me establish this connection here now. There, is this connected? I believe it is, right? Yeah, it is. Good. Just wanted to check. Okay, so now we can disconnect this. And then... so then there's like a flat part here. Or I could technically just get rid of all of that. And then do, for example, this. And then we would use the small one, this little corner slope thing, in this capacity. See, this would give us a bit more a rounded look here. I think that is not too shabby. Yeah, I think that is rather smooth. Now, are we just gonna do this now on the whole width of the thing? That's the question I have not an answer to yet. Let's just do it for now and just... I think I have to see how it looks. I cannot really judge it right now. It's kind of difficult. So we'll just... oh yeah, over here as well. Just put all of these bad boys in. Of course, we're gonna have the ugly seams now because we didn't connect stuff properly, but we'll get rid of that afterwards when we're sure that what we're doing is good. Let's make some more steel plates. We'll need quite a lot now. Right. Now the question is, how is this gonna fit in here? I have to draw this down all the way to see. Because maybe it's just gonna be like a two-tiered thing, where we have two different connections. Two different flows, essentially. Okay, let's pull this down a little bit. So we're gonna have like this. Well, or at least this block. This one is not necessary, but the upper one is. Okay. So, if we would do the same pattern on here, like so, That would mean two things. One, we would have to bring this in earlier here. And also it wouldn't be the small corner slope, it would be this slope here. Right? Sorry, I just saw my video preview out of the corner of my eye and I'm a bit confused. Nah, never mind. And it also would mean we have to place a block here to prevent air leakage and seams. But I think that could kind of work. It gives a little bit of an interesting... The line then follows through here, but the roundage is different. Here it's straight and here it's a little bit more round. Am I happy with this? I think it's not bad, actually. Let's replicate it on the other side then as well. Also, we'll basically put a line of blocks there as well, just so we have this all under control and no seams will be created. Let's just do that real quick. Just go all the way here. There we go.
Energy low.
And now let's also put all of these blocks in. Ah, god darn tiki. Right. There we go. Just like that. And then, of course, as we said, we put all of these blocks in. And then we'll correct all of the other ones as well, so we don't get the seams. And then I want to take a proper look at it again. I really have to feel it's laggy today, but only on the recording. Which is normally not a good sign. Well, I guess I'll have to look at the recording afterwards to see if everything is alright. Sounds alright and looks alright, that is. Righto. Here we go. Okay, so now we know we have to put blocks here to prevent the seams. Just like that. That will be enough though. And then we'll need some blocks here as well. And then we'll pull the whole thing up. And then we have a good approximation also on how much room we have down here for the reactors. Because we'll have to kind of reposition them a bit. Maybe next to each other is actually better than... or besides each other, rather than behind each other. Jesus Christ, my cat just gave me a frickin' scare.
No energy.
Oh, no! Also, I just realized I had my window open. So you probably heard, like, trucks going by and tractors and stuff. Also, I had my door, like, half closed. And one of my cats knocked into it. It's not helping that I've been listening to like horror podcasts just before this recording, so yay. You can imagine the kind of fright I just had. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me see. Right, so a few more welds here. And now... Yes, let's just put these on as well, so we have the complete picture. Yes, because I think this is pretty good. This is pretty decent. Obviously, we'll need these blocks here as well. Let's put one here as well. Right, okay, so here we are. Let me just take a look at this real quick. This is essentially the butt of our ship. Let me also just real quick just do that, because I have the feeling we're gonna have to access the middle of this thing. You know what I mean? And if I would be a smart man, I would probably attach this thing at 2 places instead of just 1. Now, am I a smart man? Not really. So that's that's what it is. No, let me actually be smart for once and do that. Let me just connect it here, for example, as well. There we go. Just so it cannot get loose is the goal here. Take that off. Okay. So. Okay, let's just think about this. Let me get a reactor out here. So a reactor, a big one, obviously, is 3 by 3, yes? So we could put one here. But then we could not really place things next to each other anyway. If we put one right here, there it is, then we could put them next to each other and we still would have like some space over here. I think that's a good idea. So let me just make sure these are actually the right way around so I don't get annoyed afterwards. Okay, so turn this. No, like this, yeah. And no, they cannot be this way, otherwise they won't be connected together. And I don't need to access them like that. There we go, that's better. And then what we can also do, of course, is just below it, here, we can then put the connector, piston/connector, which will extend out the bottom, right? I think that's pretty decent. Let me just put some more blocks in here so we can get a good idea of the room size, but I think that's pretty decent. So just, yeah, let me just start filling this out, at least in the middle here. Get a good visualization of all the walls that we have around there at the bottom. All right, let's make more. Yeah, maybe I'm actually gonna. I'm not quite sure if I should like do some more roundings down here. I'm not quite sure how I would do it here, honestly. But maybe I'll spontaneously round this off a bit more, so down here we don't just have like a flat bottom. Also, I just realized maybe I should put the port here instead of here. You know what I mean? Because I just saw it's at the edge of this part. Now here it's perfectly in the middle if you look from the bottom. So then we just have to put some conveyors here, connect it down. That should be fine. Right. Yeah, let me get some welding done here. Again, today is more about getting a bit of a perspective and knowledge on how this is gonna look, so that we next time can go into the fully fledged construction and really get to know the interior and can design it and can finish the room off. Alright, let me also... okay, let me define where the stairs and the conveyors are gonna be. I need... Yeah, we should do that. Let me get conveyors. Let me get vents. Let me also have some stairs, and I mean these ones. And then also, let's just grab a piston while we're at it. And then I need to get some, what are called, interior plates? Yeah, interior plates, so I can at least place a few of these things down. Okay, we just have to think about this one. So our Okay, yeah, here comes the connection. Then I suppose down here we could... oops, damn it. Stairs. Vent, there we go. So we could put the vent here. Now this means the staircase... we have to be a bit smart about the staircase here then. Also, this means that here we have this, which blocks a considerable part of this, all of this operation. If we put this guy right here, what does that mean for us? I think that actually works. Curious. And then, oh yeah, look, I have an idea. Okay, so let's say we come down into this room like this, and then we could have this grated catwalk right here. I cannot place it right now. You know what? I'm actually gonna get stuff so I can place it so I don't forget. But yeah, place the grated catwalk there. That should still allow the air to flow through, but should give us a nice cutoff there, so we don't fall into the whole conveyor bits, and it also should hide them away quite neatly there, just like that. And then I'm just gonna fill these out a little bit here, but these are parts that are not needed, or parts... Actually, before we do that, we have to at least weld this one shut, I think. So motors, yeah, I need some components. Motors, small tubes, and construction. It's not gonna be enough, but I'll have to weld this one first, otherwise I can't get to it, of course. Okay. What do we need? One more construction component. Really? God damn it. Well. Sometimes one is just unlucky. But everything else was pretty straight. Good, full on. Straight, correct. Okay. There we go. Right, now. I have the feeling we're just gonna slap
Energy
this
low.
here. Basically encasing this, right? Which means I would have to weld this as well, otherwise I cannot get to it. So 10 construction, 5 computers, 2 motors. I can remember that. 10, 5, 2, 10, 5, 2, 10, 5, 2. 10. It was, I think, 5 of these, right? And then 2 of you, I believe. We'll see if I remembered correctly. Bonk. Yay, okay. So, I think if we just do it like this, then the air should still come through. That shouldn't really hinder it too much. Right? I think we have to weld the whole thing here. But yeah. So this is all gonna be filled out with blocks here. Right now. Again, we have to weld the other stuff there, just in case. But yeah, this is going to be filled with blocks, so we have a bit of a defense here. Should the reactor room be under fire, so to speak. And I think then, just before we end the episode, I will just theorize how it, I'm visualizing it right now, in a second. So what I think what I'm gonna do is then from here there's gonna be like a ledge here that you can walk on, and then from here is one of the other like the other stairs, the diagonal stairs, not these ones, the 2 block stairs. There's gonna be one of these going down 1 block, and then there's gonna be catwalks alongside the reactors, so you can walk alongside them and inspect them and weld them, you know. And then maybe they go to here, and then more catwalks or stairs are going to go down to the bottom level, so you can walk around at the bottom. Something like that. is the plan here. Okay, that is welded. Okay, we need more small tubes and girders. Yeah, let's weld that as well. Why not? Small tubes and girders. There we go. There we go. Just so we have it completed.
No
Oh,
energy.
jeez. Yeah, that's... no, not gonna work. Yeah. Get to the survival kit now. But yeah, I think that's a good design. That will work. And a lot of the walls are going to be like double layer walls, which makes sense when you think about a reactor room, because that's the room you don't want to get blown up, right? Well, I guess there's several rooms you don't want to blow up, but I think reactor and gyros are probably one of the important ones, most important ones, let's say. But yeah. Okay, let's weld this completed. It's completely welded. There we go, excellent. We can spend some more of our components here. And we can even put either a block here in front or more catwalk. I mean, that's still up in the air, really. But yeah, let me just put it down so you see what I mean. So this is gonna be... Actually, I will have to weld these ones first, otherwise I cannot really continue here. There we go. So it's gonna be like that, and then there's gonna be catwalk, no, stair, and then catwalk, 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 and then either from the catwalks a stair down, or maybe next to this stair there's going to be another stair going all the way down. You know, like parallel staircases. If that makes sense. Something along those lines, I think. So, but yeah, that's it for today. I mean, we did good. We did a nice little ship butt we did. I think that's pretty decent. Looks nice. And... again, maybe I'm gonna round this off a bit more at the bottom once the connector and the piston is fitted in, but we'll see. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.